Well, hello there everyone, and welcome back to my nursery, and welcome back to another video after a pretty long hiatus. And I will explain why I have kind of disappeared all of a sudden and tell you what's been going on. I'll give you a little bit of an update. Unfortunately, it was kind of a sad one, and that's why I've been away. But let me show you the baby that we're going to be working with today. So this here is the Dumpling Sculpt by Donna Rubert, and she was reborn by Jenna's Words and Stuff. And so this here is baby Leora Corrine. Let me just kind of sit her up so we can see what she looks like. Now, I've not really shown this baby too much on the channel, but let me just kind of give you guys a little bit of an idea of what she looks like again. And she has this really, really curly hair, rooted hair, and a little white bow in her hair that she came with. And so, as I said, I have not really shown this baby too much. You saw her in a box opening, but I've not really done any changing with her. And she's actually still in her original outfit. I kind of kept this on her because I just thought it looked so cute on her. And she's got kind of a matching onesie underneath the sleeper, but I thought it was kind of high time that we change her up today. And but before we get into that, and before I show you what we're actually going to be putting her in today, let me just kind of tell you about what has been going on and why I have not been around. So today is August 2nd. This is a Sunday. And first of all, let me just apologize. Like, if you hear kind of a weird humming in the video, we shampooed our carpet in my music room, and so it didn't quite dry overnight, and so we had to put a fan in there to try to get it to dry. So the weird humming, if you hear it, is a fan. And yeah, so I'm sorry about that if you know, if that's in the background. But yeah, let me just kind of give you guys a little bit of an update about what has been going on. About 3 weeks ago, now you guys know, well, welcome to all of you who are new, first of all, and for those of you that have been subscribed for a while, you guys know that I had, and I'm going to say had, because things have changed, I had two beautiful, lovely, sweet, handsome golden retriever boys. I kind of called them my golden dream team. And they had quite a bit of an age difference. My old guy, Caleb, was 13 and a half. And my younger guy, Alex, his full name is Alexander Graham Bell, he's 4. And you're probably going to notice that I used the past tense as far as Caleb goes, because about 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago yesterday, in fact, he went to the Rainbow Bridge. Like I said, he was 13 and a half, and a very, very good and full life for a golden retriever. But what happened with him was, well, he'd been having trouble, like, with his hips and stuff, you know, the back end. He never lost control of his, like, bowels or bladder or anything like that. So when you hear me say back end, I'm talking about, like, his hips and legs and, you know, all the muscles that kind of go along with it. But he was having a lot of trouble with that. And over the past, I don't know, about 3 years or whatever, you know, he just kind of got really achy in that area. And that is why he retired, was because, you know, he was slowing down pretty good with that. But at the end, it just got to where he could barely walk. He was stumbling quite a bit. Like, he couldn't hold himself up very well. He was losing a lot of, like, muscle tone and stuff like that. And the night before we had to take him in to do the deed, he just got to where he couldn't stand up hardly. The next day, which was the morning that we took him in, that Saturday, he staggered to his feet, tried to take a couple of steps, not so great, and he just, you know, the back end just collapsed. So we knew that it was time to have to say goodbye. So we took him in to do the deed, and yeah, very, very sad, and I totally miss him terribly. It broke my heart. I will say my heart broke the instant his stopped. Yeah, so half of my golden dream team no longer walks the earth anymore. So we still have Alex, and thank goodness we do, because otherwise this place would be so empty. But yeah, so that's why I haven't really been around the last 3 weeks, because, and this kind of happened with my other two channels, like on my Sims channel as well as my main channel, my Sharon Sanctuary channel. And I just, you know, I just wasn't feeling making the videos. I was crying like every 5 seconds, and I hate to cry anyway. Like when I cry, like especially when I ugly cry, oh my gosh, like my sinuses stop up, I get a headache, and it's terrible, and I hate crying on camera. And I knew that had I started to make videos while the grief was still just so fresh and raw, like I know I was going to start crying on camera. So I did not want to do that, and I kind of believe in not making videos when I'm not feeling it, because if I'm not feeling it, it's going to carry over to the audience. Like you're going to kind of know that, you know, that's that energy level, you know, kind of thing going on, like the mood. And so when I don't feel it, I kind of feel like it's going to carry over into the audience, and you know, the viewers and you guys are going to be able to tell that I just wasn't feeling it, and so it's not going to be as enjoyable for me as well as you. It's not going to be as enjoyable for you if I'm making a video and just not feeling it. So I kind of wanted to wait until I was a little stronger. Unfortunately, because I am not up to 1,000 subscribers, I don't really have a community wall. I have a discussion thing, like you get, before you're allowed a community wall, you have a discussion thing, so you can kind of post like text comments kind of thing, no pictures, no video links or anything like that. So it's kind of a dummied down version, I guess, of the community wall that you get if you have 1,000 subscribers. So I don't know, I don't use that very often, and so I didn't put anything up, and I don't know if it would be visible to everybody anyway, because with the community wall it's a little bit more visible. So I don't know how the discussion thing would work, if it would actually be as visible, you know. So I didn't put any kind of update or anything up there. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to wait until I was feeling a little bit stronger. And yeah, you know, I'm still very, very grief stricken, still very, you know, heartbroken, but it's getting better. It's not quite better, but it's getting better. So I'm to the point where I feel like I can start making videos again. So and I do apologize if I do get a little bit choked up. It still hits me, you know, quite a bit. So I try not to cry on camera, but I will apologize if I get a little bit choked up. But before we actually get into changing this baby, I did want to show you guys a couple of things. I wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update on the room here, because when I actually did the room tour, you guys did not see my shelves. So I'm going to go ahead and take the camera off of the tripod for just a minute, and then I will give you guys a little bit of an update on what we have here. So I'll meet you right back here in just a sec. You guys did not see this when I did the room tour, and I'll go ahead and link that video in the description so you guys can see that when I did the room tour. But yeah, so what I did was I now have some shelves on my wall. So here's the bottom row. I have, let's see, like I have colored pencil cases here. Let me try to get where we can see this a little bit. I have colored pencil cases, like I have a lot of colored pencils. And then I have some of my stamps here, like this is some stamps that I use for my planners and journals, more colored pencils. So these are colored pencil cases. I have an Amazon Alexa over there in the corner right there. And so I have more colored pencils here. Here's some letter stamps that I have right there. And then this here is the this book here is a coloring book that I'm currently coloring in. It's called what is it, 3D Designs or something like that, and it's a Dover Publications coloring book. And then here's the color pencils I'm using to go with that picture. So these are my Koh-i-Noor Polycolor color pencils there. And then up here I have more color pencils, lots and lots of color pencils. I keep my color pencils in these cases because I hate the tins and stuff that the pencils come in. They're just very, very annoying. But I've also got, and I don't remember if it's this case or this other Derwent case over there, but these are Derwent cases, and I have like Neocolor 2s and like other colored pencil coloring supplies and stuff in those. And then let's see, I think I've also got I think I've also got some coloring books back there too that I put up there that I've been coloring in. Those are kind of hiding back there. Now up here on the top shelf are there's my 3 soft sculpture Cabbage Patch Kids right there. And I'm going to go ahead and unprivate the video that I showed these guys in, because when I started doing my Cabbage Patch Kid collection, I went ahead and privated this one, the one that I had the soft sculpture ones in, because I wanted to kind of put them in order. So I will unprivate that so you guys can kind of see them up close. And then over here are some of my Babyland exclusive Cabbage Patch Kids, which I showed in the collection. Okay, so there's some of them, and I have some of those on doll stands. Now up here, let me just kind of show you. Up here I have, and I'll try to get it. Whoops, I'll try to get it. So let me. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to make you guys sick or anything like that. I'm trying to grab this without spilling. I got a piece of wood that kind of holds my Cabbage Patch Kids in place here. But on my top shelf, I have my Sweet Caleb's remains. This is his box that he came back in, and let me just bring that over here so we can see. This is what he came back in from the veterinary clinic, and it's a wooden box, and it holds his ashes, and the little letter thing, the little tile there says Caleb, so there's him. So there he is in his little box. Okay, and I just kind of have him in the place of honor up there on my top shelf. He loved to be in this room, and I'm sorry, I'm getting choked up. He loved to be in this room with me, and he loved just, laying on the floor. I guess it felt good on him, and so he always enjoyed being in here, and so I kind of put him on the top shelf so he could watch over everything, in the place of honor. So I keep him up there just kind of in front of some of my Cabbage Patch Kids. I also wanted to show you guys his paw print. Here's Caleb's little paw print. And we just they just did that in clay, and we baked it and stuff, but it's got his name, and then there's his paw print right there in the clay. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a break and kind of pull myself together a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll see what we can change our baby into today. So just give me a minute and I will be right back. Oh yes, a couple of other things I forgot to show, and I meant to show this in the last frame, but I was pretty choked up, so I had to kind of take a little bit of a break. But anyway, oh, there's my coloring shavings. I'll move that container out of the way. But as you can see, this is a picture of Caleb here. And so what we did was we had an old certificate in here from a Lions Club function that we went to, and it's just it was a certificate that we had in this, like, it's kind of like a plaque. So my husband took it apart, and we took out the old certificate, and we put Caleb's picture in here. So this was one of our favorite ones that he took. So we're gonna hang that up on one of my walls. So there he is. So I'll be able to look at him every day, once he is hung up there. And then also another thing I wanted to show. Now, we actually had an in-person meeting, believe it or not, last weekend. Not this weekend, but the weekend before. And so it was a Lions Club district meeting. And so when we went, of course, the Lions Clubs kind of knew what happened and so forth, because word does get around, and I had actually posted it on Facebook. Let me try to move that out of the way so it's not. Let's see. There we go. I had actually posted it on Facebook, so everybody kind of knew about what happened. So anyway, one of the Lions Clubs that's in our district, they actually presented me with this little plaque at the meeting, which I thought was really, really sweet. I mean, totally surprised. And they also gave me a beautiful card with all the members of the club had signed it, and so that was really sweet. But this little plaque they had made says it's on kind of like a little wooden block here, but it says no longer by our sides but forever in our hearts, and it's got his name on there. It says Caleb, and then there's the little paw print that they had. I think somebody drew it or something, but yeah, but I thought that was just super, super sweet that they did that. So that's going to go on the wall next to Caleb's picture once we get all of that hung up. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and put little Leora here into, if I didn't say her name, this is Leora Corrine. She is the dumpling sculpt by Donna Rubert, and you can get the sculpt on Bountiful Baby. Okay, so anyway, we're going to go ahead and put her in this cute little dress. Now, I've had this for quite a while. I actually got this in a set of, like, I think 3 dresses, and I got this on Amazon, and it's a Touched by Nature brand, it looks like. So, it's kind of got, like, it's lightweight kind of cotton, and it's got kind of like, I don't know, maybe 3/4 sleeves, but it's got a cute little bow there. It's got flowers and little chevrons and diamonds and things like that on there. But I thought this would be just really cute and kind of lightweight and cool for the summer. It's a little bit humid in here. We've kind of got the windows open because it's not really too bad, but it's still kind of icky. Like it rained, not all day yesterday, but it rained quite a bit yesterday. And so when it does that, you know, then the humidity level just kind of goes like way up. But anyway, before we get started, I just, you know, again, I just want to apologize for my little emotional kind of outburst. Well, not really an outburst, but I got pretty choked up. And like I said, I mean, it still hits me and it still happens, but I didn't want to, as I said, I just didn't want to make videos in the beginning because I was in much worse shape. And any mention of Caleb, just, I mean, like I said, I was crying like every 5 seconds, and I don't like to do that on camera, you know, but I couldn't help myself. So I do apologize for getting choked up, and it just, like I said, it still just hits me. But anyway, other than that sad bit of news, see, you can kind of see that the sleeper that she's in, it kind of matches this little onesie. I thought it was so stinking cute. I really did. I thought it was so cute. And I'm going to find a white onesie to put on her as well, because I think the darker one would not go with this dress. So I'm going to find just a white onesie to put under this because I think it'll help the dress. The size is a 0 to 3, so it may be a little bit big on her, but we're going to go ahead and use it anyway. But when you're kind of wanting to just kind of, you know, cool off in the summer, you want something just kind of like lightweight and so forth, and kind of maybe big and baggy and stuff. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And I'm not going to worry about any socks on her. We're just going to let her go barefooted because, again, you know, we're trying to keep cool. And yeah, okay, guys, yeah, we know that the dolls aren't real. We know that they're not real babies. We get it. But, you know, I think I'm kind of like a lot of people who like to kind of dress the babies according to the weather, you know, because I know for myself, like, I don't want to be overdressed when it's hot and be just miserable. I don't want that to happen. And also, I don't like to be underdressed. I mean, I don't really wear, let's see, let's find a newborn onesie for her. I don't like to wear, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and search for a newborn onesie, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so we got a newborn white onesie to put on her over underneath her dress. So we're going to go ahead and take this onesie off of her. But anyway, like I said, I don't like to wear, now when I had a full hysterectomy back in 2002 when I was 29 years old. So yeah, I'm dating myself here, and you guys can kind of do the math, but I was 29 years old when I had a full hysterectomy, and it kind of, like, when you have something like that done, it totally like changes your body. So I was going through forced, I guess, menopause. So I was having like hot flashes and stuff, and even to this day, it really changed my body chemistry. And so to this day, like, I hardly wear like heavy sweaters. I hardly wear like heavy sweatshirts and stuff anymore, even in winter, because I end up getting too hot. I end up getting too warm. So what I tend to do is I tend to layer myself. So I tend to put layers on myself. And so when I get too hot, then I can take off the heavier layer, and I've got like a lighter shirt, you know, underneath the heavy thing. And so we always kind of joke, like, if and it happens a lot. Oh my gosh, I gotta show you guys this. Did you guys see the cute little flower on this onesie? I mean, look at that cute little flower. Holy cow, look at that. Isn't that cute? But anyway, so it tends to happen, like, well, a lot of where we go is Lions Club stuff. So I get teased a lot, you know, because it's like I get hot and I start kind of fanning myself, and then it's like whoo, I gotta peel down, you know, and so, you know, then I get teased, or like, uh-oh, free show. But I mean, you know, so I take off my heavier layer, and then I put on my or I take off my heavier layer, and then so I can just wear my lighter layer and be comfortable. And then, like, if I get cold again, then, you know, then it goes back on. So what I tend to do, instead of wearing like sweatshirts or whatever, then I crochet a lot of shawls. Like, my favorite things in the world of crochet are blankets and shawls, and so I tend to wear a lot of shawls, and so that tends to be my heavier layer. And when that happens, then I kind of take off the shawl, and then I have like my short sleeve shirt or whatever, you know, just, you know, that I'm wearing. So, but yeah, maybe a little bit TMI, but, you know, it is what it is, guys, you know. And ooh, we got to get her little head in here. I should have maybe taken off the bow before we did this, and I think it came off anyway. Oh, yep, her bow came off. Oh my goodness, so we'll have to put that back on her once I get her dressed. But so yeah, that's kind of what goes on. So I tend to wear lighter layers anymore, because I can't handle wearing a heavy sweater for a long time, and even my coat in the wintertime, you guys, like, I have a winter coat. It's kind of small on me because I kind of put on weight when I got that thing, but after I got that thing, but so even my coat, like, I kind of tend to wear a lighter coat anymore in the winter, and then I'll just have like a heavy, well, not a heavy, like, I'll have a lighter coat, and then I'll have like a longer sleeve, something on underneath that. And so when I get to where I'm getting, you know, obviously the coat comes off. And then and then a lot of times the longer sleeve, like sweatshirt or sweater or whatever. Ooh, we're kind of getting you, we're kind of scooting you everywhere, aren't we? Scooting baby, ah! So that's kind of what goes on. I don't know how that subject came up, you guys. Oh, I think I was talking about dressing the babies according to the weather. And yeah, so that's kind of what I like to do. Is I just can't handle wearing heavy stuff for very long anymore. Even when it's a little colder out, I can't do it. So yeah, even though the babies can't feel it, even though they're not living human beings, you know, I kind of tend to like to dress them according to the weather. So yeah, I'll get her out of that heavy sleeper and that onesie, and we'll put this onesie on her, and then we'll put on a cute little dress. Indeed we will. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing okay and having a great summer so far. I know we're still under the pandemic, and things are still, you know, kind of, I'm going to take her and just kind of pull this down just a little bit. You know, things are still kind of rocky, you know. I mean, obviously people are still dying from this, and yeah, so I just, you know, I hope you guys are keeping safe and being careful, and yeah, so it just felt really weird, you know, going back to the in-person meeting we had last weekend. It just felt so weird to actually have an in-person meeting, because it's been just so long. And oh my gosh, you guys, I gotta show you this. Come here, Alex. I gotta show you this. Oh, well, he moved. But Alex kind of had his nose kind of up to the table, just kind of looking at what I was doing, you know. It's like, it's been a while since you messed with the babies. And yeah, so these are his babies. I will tell you that, because I think I told you about how, especially like when I do a box opening or whatever, he likes to come over and sniff, and he's like, it's been a while since you messed with these kids, and so he was just kind of over here. He had his nose kind of, you know, just looking up at what we were doing, and so I thought that was like really cute. cute. Yep, very cute indeed. So yeah, you know, thank goodness we have Alex, because like I said, otherwise this place would feel so lonesome, lonesome. But yeah, Caleb, he, you know, he'll always have that place in our heart. And this dress, actually, this is going to be a little bit longer sleeve for her, but hopefully it's light enough weight, you know, where it'll be all right. We'll just kind of maybe pull the sleeves up a little bit, but it's been a long time since I put any of the babies in any of these dresses, so I thought they were really cute and very, very comfortable. But yeah, so that's our sad news, and that's kind of what's been going on. But yeah, like I said, it just felt really weird to have an in-person meeting, because it's been so long since we did that. The only place we've really been is to go to Menards to get supplies to do our home improvement stuff. And now that I got my sanctuary and nursery done here, now we're working on hubby's man cave. We're calling it the annex, and I can put videos of that up if you guys are interested in seeing that project. But to this date, like I said, this is August 2nd, and so to the date that we have now, it is done. He just has stuff to move into it and to go through some of his stuff, but it is done. And but like I did with this room in here, I did vlog it. I did record the progress and everything. So if you guys are interested in seeing his little man cave, his annex come to life, we can do that. Now, like I said, this is 0 to 3 months, so it's going to be long on her. It's going to be a little bit baggy, but that's okay. So we'll just kind of pull these sleeves up just a little bit, so they're not so hot. But we'll just kind of pull it up a little bit. Even though they're meant to be longer sleeves, we'll just kind of pull it up just a little bit, so so her arms will show just a touch. But anyway, there she is. And there she is. And let me put the bow back in her hair, because it fell out as I was pulling off her little onesie. Now this hair, it's like that real thick kind of curly hair, and I think I can just put the bow, let me see here. I think I can just, I'm going to sit her up and then put the bow in, and we'll show you what she looks like here. So just pardon us for being out of camera range for just a minute. But yeah, so like I was saying, it's 0 to 3, so it's going to be a little bit baggy, but that's okay. That's okay. It still works. And having the white onesie on underneath is going to help too. So we'll just kind of let that bow, just there she is. It just kind of sits on her hair. We'll kind of put her down. Well, let's go ahead and sit her back up, and we'll show her to you guys. So here is what she looks like, and there's a little bow in her hair. There we go. And yeah, so... But yeah, having the onesie on underneath this is very, very helpful, because otherwise her cloth would show. Otherwise her cloth would show in this dress, because it's a little bit big. It's a little bit big for her, but that's okay. The onesie helps. But anyway, there she is, guys. So there's Leora. There's little Leora. We'll just kind of pull that up just a little bit more, because I kind of want to come down like over her hands. And we could always like roll it up or whatever, but that's okay. We'll just deal with it like it is here. So anyway, there she is. And we'll just leave her feet bare. All right, guys. So there she is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though it was a little bit sad in the beginning. And like I said, please forgive me for getting choked up, you know, but it happens. It does. It happens. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, oh, this dress looks so cute on her. Oh my gosh, this, I gotta pick her up for a minute. Oh my gosh, this dress just looks so cute on her. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is very adorable on her. It's actually, it actually does really good for her coloring. It really looks good with her coloring, I think. But anyway, there she is. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment and tell me what you think. And if you have not done so already, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit the notification bell. That way you guys can be notified when new videos are uploaded. And I promise I'm not going to have a long absence like I did. You know, more videos are going to be coming more regularly now. And also, I am very behind on watching everybody's videos too, so I will be making an appearance on your guys' channel. and making comments and stuff. But yeah, I'm super behind, super behind, so I do apologize. I will get caught up as best I can. But thank you guys so much for your support. It means the world to me. And as I said, subscribe if you have not done so already. Hit the notification bell, leave a comment, and share the video. You all have a great day. Give all your babies a big hug from all of us here at Serenade Nursery. And you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you all later. All right, bye everybody.